Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Tuesday, the 26th of January, 2016. As we wrap up the month of January here with a Fed meeting week. Started out with a fairly boring session as expected due to all the snow back east. A lot of people probably couldn't make it into work. Only traded 1.7 billion shares on the NASDAQ. That's one of the lighter days we've had this year because it's been a good year for volume so far. But all of that's probably attributable to the weather. So here's a look at the ES front month futures contract daily chart. Didn't do much today at all. We'll talk about the net result of that in a minute. Crude oil down 47.5 cents, back under 30 to 29.8750 after that brief pop on Thursday and Friday. Gold up 12.30, higher lows here in a little light small breakout ready to happen. Overall, the S&P did lose 29. Most of it was in the last hour or so. We'll look at that when we look at the intraday action. It was a really boring day until that. NASDAQ 100 down 63 points. Again, kind of negative. The stocks lost just over 8. Doesn't look much different, although there's an inverted cup forming there. Biotech's lost 50. Remember, this is the general area. We broke the lows of October about a week ago. We've come back up, and we're retesting that. And now if we roll again, that's not pretty. VIX up 181 to 24.15, as I said on the weekend market preview. We had not gotten up to 40 in that drop and plunge in the market last week. The VIX never got up to 40. So that's the panic reading where you kind of get the bottom potentially, and we're not there yet. Trend up 1.62. I'm sorry, the trend at 1.62, the 10-day moving average at 1.18. NASDAQ volume, as I said, only 1.7. And look at that. That's basically the lightest volume day of the year, minus the first day or so. So, again, it's all snow related. Should be some excitement in the market, and hopefully by Tuesday they have a chance to kind of clear it all out and get back to it. I heard they're going to get hit again on Friday. Advanced declines negative 1542 on the NASDAQ, negative 2,173 on the New York. We go from Friday's massively positive breadth to the massively negative breadth of today. Google lost $11.84. Apple back down $2 to $99.44, back under 100. Amazon held on to gain 15 cents for the session. Netflix down 180. And that's about that. We got support on Netflix at that red static trend line that you can see right there. All right, let's take a look at the intraday action here, and we'll go to 5-minute candles and just focus on what you can see of Friday, which was fairly dead with the snowstorm about to hit after the gap up on Friday. And then today, a little gap down. We never actually filled this tiny gap this morning, and really did. We were still in the same place 4 hours later, kind of drifting lower. And then the last hour of play, that's when things actually moved down, like we were trying to fill the gap from Friday. That's a technical move, but it's too late in the day to get much going at that point. So most of the day was just very unexciting. All right, so what do we have to focus on here for tomorrow? We start a 2-day Fed meeting, so let's be aware of that. The announcement will come Wednesday. That's sometimes people wait to see what's going on there. I doubt there's going to be any new rate announcement. We've got the Case-Shiller 20-City Index. It's a housing index, and another, the FHFA Housing Price Index, both at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We've got consumer confidence 30 minutes into the market. That's a good time for that one can move the market a bit. And then remember, Wednesday we'll have the Fed announcement. Later this week, we still have the first look at gross domestic product for the fourth quarter. Don't be surprised. I'd like to say everything's going to pick up here Tuesday if people dug out of the snow. But again, with that Fed meeting going on, it might be until Wednesday and Thursday, I think, will be the better trading day of the week. And then Friday morning could be wild too, depending on that GDP number. Could still get something going there. So it's real important, the way we trade, obviously, to analyze the volume and the activity early on and try to get a read on that, because between the Fed announcement and whether people really have been able to get back to work will play a role in whether or not things are moving properly and trading properly. That's when we want to trade, is when they are. So we'll get a good feel for that in the first hour and adjust accordingly, whether that means more trading or less trading the rest of the day. Obviously, remains to be seen. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal 12. If you have not taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will be in the lab helping you out. Have a great trading Tuesday.